This video is going to be on bassoon exercises and which ones I use. I do about 3 every day, and they're about each 10 minutes, and that adds up to about 30 minutes of my practice every day that I use for exercises. But as you'll see in this video, it's well worth it, and it'll help your development as a bassoonist, or in fact just any wind instrument you play. My exercises include articulation exercises, long tone exercises, and I also play etudes, which help me get used to different keys that I can play: minor keys, major keys, any sort of keys, sometimes chromatic scales if I need. So please enjoy this video, and if you like it, please like and subscribe. Before I begin my bassoon exercises, I just wanted to stress the important humidity of your reed. I think that it's very important that your reed be very humid at all times, and I don't think you should let it dry out. While you're assembling your bassoon, you should have your reed soaking. And yeah, for me, it's very important that the reed is humid because I feel like that would make it more flexible and vibrate better. That's just because I feel like dry cane would be more resistant, so therefore not work as well. So even when I'm not playing, I'll usually keep my reed in my mouth all the time so it doesn't dry out. Usually what I do is play low B flat and slowly and chromatically make my way up to the top of the bassoon, because I find that starting in the lower register helps me really get a grip on how much air support I need, and it's a more gradual jump to the higher notes in the higher register of the bassoon. So anything above, for me at least, it's above the break on your bassoon. So just by doing that exercise, I am able to realize that my B flat, whenever I try and play it quietly, the intonation seems to go off near the end of the note, which is something which could be improved. So my first exercise is going to be about 10 minutes. So if you have a smart assistant or a phone or a watch or any sort of clock or timepiece, you'll time about 10 minutes, and what you'll want to do is some long tone exercises, but you're going to do it in your key. So I think for this week I don't think I was assigned a key this week, so this week I'll do E minor harmonic. And so what I'm going to do is start on a low E, and I'm slowly going to work my way up. I'll put on my metronome. I think I'll put it at around 70 beats per minute, and I'll just slowly work my way up, trying to keep my intonation stable, very in tune, trying to keep a nice air support. The air support comes mostly from the abdomen. It doesn't come from squeezing your embouchure at all. And I'm just going to try and keep it nice and constant and in tune as I climb to the top. I think I'll go to a high E, and I'll stop there, and then I'll continue to come back down. during this, I would feel free to breathe at any point. To see what frequency I should be playing at. Go start with my bass note and see some of the notes I'm a bit confused about. For me, that'll probably be the second octave E as well as the F sharp. Those are notes I regularly have a problem with, so tuner on. So from that, I'm able to tell that first I start off a bit sharp, and when I'm lower, and then the higher I get, the flatter I become, mostly near when I'm approaching the E. So when practicing, I'll watch out for that, and I'll keep my tuner handy. Now that I've corrected my tuning a little bit, it probably won't be perfect. Knowing my playing, it's probably going to be atrocious, but should be a bit better. I'm going to retry my E minor scale. Same beats per minute, playing whole notes. See if it makes a significant difference. So just from this exercise, I've also been able to pick up the fact that, at least on this read, descending from those notes needs a bit of work because it has this buzzy and sort of stuffy sound. These long tone exercises, as I said at the beginning, it's good to try them in many different keys. I think I usually do a key a week, depending on what pieces I'm playing. And also, it's a good idea to try these long tone exercises at different dynamics, maybe trying to do crescendos, different articulations. Well, that would go more into the articulation exercises that I would do, but if I'm articulating during the long tones exercise, I would usually only do something slow, like maybe articulating quarter notes or articulating half notes, the occasional quarter note. Long tone exercises are equally good for helping you to start and stop notes. Well, I found it helped me a lot in for my B flat and C sharp, basically all the notes on the lower register part of the bassoon. Just practicing like starting them and like holding the note and articulating them at different times. It might sound a bit off on this microphone. And different combinations of that should help as well. My second 10 minutes of warm-up is definitely one of the harder ones. It's articulations. So I'm pretty sure I'm doing like Kovar because my bassoon teacher assigned me that. So right now I'm doing Kovar, and I work through 1 to 6 on the study that I'm doing. I'm not sure which one that is. I think it's meant for double tonguing, but I'm just single tonguing it because I'm not sure how to. I can't double tongue as yet. Um, so yeah, just spend 10 minutes doing this. It's a pretty simple study. Again, it might sound a bit off on this microphone. It's just it's just basically different articulations that you'll do at a constant tempo, and you want to make sure you can do all of these at the same tempo, and slowly you'll get faster and faster with this tempo, and it should help your articulations a ton. So I'll also put this on for 10 minutes. Put my metronome at 70. Then I'll go on to the second one. Third one. That's a problem which came up in my articulation. So in an ideal world, I'd have my notebook here to write it down, and I'd practice that tomorrow. During one of the notes, I squeaked a bit, which obviously isn't good. It might be a finger issue, or it might be an air support issue. One thing you have to remind yourself as you're doing these exercises are that for the reason you're doing them, you're not, if you're already perfect at all these things, then you won't have to do exercises. So the important part is to make mistakes, but when you make the mistakes, to learn from the mistakes and to do better. Another fun part about these exercises, in some exercises you find out that you're lacking in another exercise. So if you have your trusty notebook, you can write it down. So for example, while I was doing this articulation exercise, I realized that I can't get to my high A very easily from my G when I'm trying to articulate it. So I'll probably put that in long tones, and maybe etude should help me with that as well. So now we've reached the third exercise, the fun part. You're going to start up your 10-minute timer again. This exercise is etudes, basically. Does that count as an exercise? Maybe. So you're going to pick an etude in your key, and it's really just going to be the application of your articulations and your long tone exercises. And you'll do this for 10 minutes, and yeah, you'll stop when your timer goes out, and you'll what do I even say? And you'll mark on your paper where you've stopped, and you're going to pick up from that spot the next day so that you don't waste any time. That goes for the rest of your exercises as well. Anyway, I'm going to start my etude. My etude of this week is in E flat major. I'm having a bit of difficulty with this one, so that's why I'm practicing it. I think I'll put my metronome for something lower. Maybe 60, because this one I'm having a ton of trouble with, and even that might be too fast. I'll put it at 40. Just to begin with, and then if I find it easy, then I'll go faster. just going to take, well, first I'm going to turn off my metronome. And I'm going to find my pencil. Might take a while. I store, half of the pencils I store are mechanical and half of them are empty, so. Anyway, so if you have your pencil, what you're going to do is mark where you've had difficulty, and next time, oh, my alarm's going off. Alexa, stop. Anyway, what you'll do is mark on your paper where you've had the difficulty, and you'll start there tomorrow with your practice. Once you've done all these exercises and your 30 minutes is up, you can start playing a piece, or before playing a piece, you can just start making random sounds on your bassoon to get yourself warmed up. I do that sometimes as well. Might annoy everyone around you if you do it as a public warm-up, but if you're by yourself, it's a bit of fun, so it's worth doing. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I was thinking of making videos on reed making, maybe some composition, and maybe some more tips. Say what you think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.